morning to one and all. Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome to Cardiff, the home of Final Fantasy in Wales, where we are proud to present the Winter Cup. It's here.
It is, yeah. It is a cold, blustery day here in Cardiff, but we've got two of the hottest days of Final Fantasy action to warm you up, so it should be fun.
Yep, I'm Kitty, this is Fish. We are locals here at Firestorm Games as part of the Cymru Cactuars, and we're proud to present the Winter Cup to you guys this year. It's going to be an absolute belter.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to start out by obviously giving a big shout out to Fab and Alec, obviously for helping organise this, and Gareth as well from Firestorm Games. Big up Square Enix, obviously. Again, we have got a long old day ahead of us. 7 rounds, 120 plus people.
120 plus.
So 7 rounds of Final Fantasy for you. We're going to hopefully bring you sort of the middle to bottom of the table, just so that we can save top cut for day 2. And what are we getting day 2 then, Kitty?
Day 2 is going to be a top cut that most people haven't seen before, because we have a nice simple rule for the Winter Cup. 7 rounds. If you win 5, you're in. Yay!
Yeah.
Don't have to do anything else.
No tiebreakers, just if you get 5-2, you're through.
And that's what we like. That's what we want to enjoy, because this is very much a tournament that everyone in the Final Fantasy community loves. We all love to get together, celebrate Christmas, meet up with some people that we don't get to meet often, and have an absolute blast. And we can't wait to share this experience with you guys. So, as things currently stand, Reg is about to wrap up in the next 5 minutes or so, I want to say. And then Square are going to give their little intro to the crowd here. And then hopefully we'll be getting underway soon after that. But we got a long old day ahead of us, and we hope you enjoy the ride with us.
Exactly. So what are you expecting today? Like, any decks you're looking out for? Any particular plays cards? What are you after?
I genuinely don't know. I'm hoping it's a very open, mixed room. I like to think that people are going to want to try something new. I mean, obviously, many of you may have seen the world's deck lists, and it was very aggressive, to say the least.
Yeah, exactly. And we got, obviously, Alex, the world champ, now in the room as well. Whether he's going to be running the same deck, well, that'll be interesting to see. I'm really hoping, though, that we get someone playing a cool Pirate Viking list. I want to see... Pirate
Vikings, is that what you want?
I want to see it. Awesome. And no one's going to play Munts, because no one's as stupid as I am. So
there we go. We all have our personal favourites, mine being Mono Fire. I don't know how that deck's going to do these days, but Magister is one of the variants that we will expect to see. Full Colour is something else we would expect. Maybe Mono Wind, Ice Wind could make a resurgence. Mono Water is something you've always got to bear in the back of your mind. It's going to be a great old show, and we're hoping to bring you some exciting, interesting games where we can have a discussion, have a think about what moves people can make, some of the chess plays.
Exactly that. But in the meantime, guys, you've obviously found your way to our stream. We appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Throughout the day, let us know if you see any rules violations. Let us know. We'll send Kitty on his way to...
I don't want to run. I've got a suit on.
Sorry, man, that's your job. I'm the tech guy. But also, we do stream on a weekly basis, and obviously this Twitch handle. So 6:30 every Thursday for the most part, it's British Standard Time. If not, though, please feel free to check us out on YouTube, which is Next Dimension Gaming Hobbies and all goodness.
Yeah, and don't forget to check out our Discord as well. We're all there. We're all brilliantly happy and welcoming. And if you want to trade with us, chat with us, play with us, there is always someone on hand to help you out.
Exactly. If obviously you just want a localized place for all of our links as well, and our affiliate link with Firestorm Games, check out CymruCactuars.com. So,
without further ado,
I think we should talk about the guild table.
There's a guild table?
There is a guild table.
There's always a guild table at Winter Cup.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff on there. Everyone's obviously clamoring for the judges' heads busts for obviously the top pricing. But
they look brilliant.
Yeah, we've got the obviously the Tifa, Jessie, Cloud sort of statues on the guild table. A lot of full sets of cards as well, which you were obviously keen to look at. I was
lining them up. So for those of you that don't know, whenever you win or lose a game, you'll get some gil. I believe it is 200 for a win, 100 for a loss. Don't quote me on that. We'll double check that.
Yeah, pretty sure that's right, though.
But it sounds about right. And then on the table, there are various items, Final Fantasy related, up for grabs. Everything from cards to key rings to packs to busts to... There was a Chocobo money box that I was eyeing.
Yeah, that looks awesome, right? But we ain't getting that, sorry, mate.
Well, it's going to go to a good home. There is all sorts on grab. We've also got Nick from the Card Cavern here doing his thing. Big shout out to him.
Already bought my foils and full arts off him. So.
I helped foil up my Magister deck beautifully. Full up meets really hard to get a hold of.
Yeah.
But he's sorting me out, and that's what we love about this event. It's got everything you need. It's got the community, it's got the stalls, it's got the hype, and it's also got food.
It does, yeah. We have got, from Freya leading the Firestone Cafe upstairs, she has put together a Final Fantasy themed menu for just today, including Kageyama's favourite, ginger beer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What did you order for lunch? I went for the avalanche loaded fries and some Bahama bites.
See, I went for the avalanche loaded fries, and I also went with the chili chocobo bites. So,
Ooh, we got a lot to look forward to today, and we can't wait to bring you guys on the ride with us. So we're going to do a quick check now, just to make sure everything is shipshape, and hopefully in a bit we'll be bringing round 1 to you guys. If you can't wait, let us know in the chat. Alright guys, we're back. And we're ready for round 1. For those of you that don't know, we've just had a few nice words from the world champion, Mr. Cool.
Oh yes, some very stirring words to get the competition rearing to go.
And he couldn't have put it any better. This is a great time where we all get together, meet, be merry, in the excuse of playing card games.
Yeah, but we also had one other special guest there, Kitty.
We did. Who was that?
Mr. Kageyama himself. Again, some really nice words, obviously talking about the community and things like that. So, back to round 1.
We have games to play, people. We got rounds to get through. And as you can see on our screen, we have Mono Earth versus Water Ice Rajadine.
Yep. Clearly, sadly, they don't know at the moment the exchanging of the Rams, but if the people that sit at the stream table know, they know.
It's if you know, you know.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. In the meantime, let's see how this first round goes. So I imagine Mono Earth is going to want to be slow. You're the expert here.
Yeah, it depends on the build. It looks like he's going monsters. I saw a zombie there. So this could be a very stally, sort of mirror zombie engine that should be really fun to watch. But I'm also looking forward to Callum's Water Ice with Rudder Gene, or as we like colloquially call it, Rudders.
Rudders. Yep, so for those of you that don't know, Mira Zombie form a very powerful loop. Mira can, of course, dig for a zombie, and you can break Mira to make a monster that you control unbreakable. And what you can do is you can play the zombie to net a Mira back that you've previously used, and then use the mirror that's already on the field to protect that zombie. You have an unblockable wall for a turn, and then the zombie doesn't even leave.
Yeah, exactly. So we're starting off with a Tyro, likely to go for the mirror here, maybe. Chat saying that surely Mono Earth gets slapped yet. I'm not sure. Rudders is strong, but you can't get through an unbreakable zombie.
Yep, there's the mirror straight away.
Yeah, now this card is great. Let's get that up straight away.
We also see a Gigas and a Genova Synthesis in the break zone. Classic cards of a Mono Earth. Genova Synthesis being a board wipe exclusive to Mono Earth.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely convinced on this card. It feels like it's kind of useless in the early game. Yes, a 4K to the board is nice, but you then got to pay more to finish stuff off. So
I've spotted a couple nice toys in Callum's hand. First off, a Lufenian straight off the bat. Discard.
Is mean.
Discard. This card, the ceiling for this is insane. Yeah. Discard on a 2 CP backup that doesn't punish you. Yes, please. And a new Mog. That's Mog 9, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
is it Mog 6? I'm pretty sure it's 9. It could be 6. I could be wrong.
Let's find out.
Anyway, that is one I am not familiar with or haven't seen for a while.
Well, there's the namesake of Zombie right there.
And there's the mirror back, and there's the mirror in play. Here's Mog 6. Mog. If you control 2 or more Cat 6 forwards other than Mog 6 can't be chosen by summoners or abilities. Draw a card. Okay, so I see what's happening here. This is one of the cards that you can potentially abuse with reactivation. You can draw and draw and draw.
Yeah. Now, Mira already going off, digging in. I think it was a behemoth we saw there. So this I think is going to be a lot closer than we could expect.
I like the early mark from Callum because he sees Mono Earth and he knows this is a deck that is not going to punish this card early at all. He's going to net some free cards as he goes out.
We do love free round here.
So it's interesting to think of the potential cards that you could play with this Mog. There are plenty of sources of activation in water, as we all know.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually going to go that way, though. I don't feel it's necessary, especially against such a slow deck like Mono Earth monsters here, you know?
I think in this case, Callum doesn't want to put the gas on the rudder straight away. He knows he's got time, and he's got time to gain his own advantage, because Mono Earth is going to play slow.
Yeah, exactly that. Now...
So what are we discarding? Another Lufenian and a Toto for Rosa. Rudders.
Oh, there's the namesake. Rudders himself.
And he took him all at 2 turns. And he's just swinging for the damage. I did clock the Rosa in. I think, it is a Rosa in hand. And Rosa is one of these sources that we can activate this Mog. Rosa has 2 effects, one of which is activate a forward.
Yeah, once per turn, just pay 0, which is pretty nice. Now, again, like I'm not sure if obviously Quicksilver here is going to want to be sacrificing the mirror anytime soon, but he does have that stall option available.
And he's just dropped it with a Gigas.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't a Behemoth, it was a Gigas. It looks like he got it earlier.
So Giga says a forward cannot attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. So that Rudders is just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, and the nice added effect of a little bit of extra removal there. Just choose a forward, deal it, AK is pretty nice.
And I think that was key because there are potentially... Is he going to play the Rosa now? Nope, it's a standard unit. Oh, it's activation. It is... it's that... Is it the new one that It's the new one that activates forwards.
Well, while you talk, I'll try and find it.
Chat, can we get a name check on that standard unit? I know what it does, I just cannot remember the name of it for the life of me.
Right. This one, I think.
Sage! There we go.
Nailed
Perfect. Sage, 0, choose a forward, activate it, activate Mog, draw again. You are drawing 4 cards a turn.
So, getting asked by Adam in the chat, is there room to put Mirror and Zombie in the Monk deck? Yes, you could do that. But then,
tight, isn't it?
Yeah, you're going to sacrifice a lot of removal. The way I've got the deck at the moment, you can, get things in like Robol, Ignis, Ingus from obviously Opus 21. It would be very tight.
I'm starting to get a bit scared, honestly. This Mog Sage combo is going to really put Callum in the driver's seat, and Earth needs a response.
Yeah. Tombo calling out whether it should be Ruggers or Rudders. We are Welsh, technically it should be Ruggers, right?
He should. the Montleonis already. What? Woo!
Just for you, Tombo, I've updated it to Ruggers.
Alright. So Montleonis is probably going to play the Warrior of Light, and then Warrior of Light is going to pop that Mog.
I don't hate this. Montleonis is super strong. It's, again, another stall card in Quicksilver's arsenal here.
And it's not as if Callum's building his backups either. I mean, right now, this board state is all about the forwards. You can't really take a turn to play backups because your opponent's just going to push too far ahead.
Yeah. But then again, though, this Earth deck can absolutely tank a load of hits just by, sort of Mirror and Zombie. So I don't think we got to worry. And to be fair, most of the time Earth doesn't care about being on damage 3, which is nice. Yep. But
there's the Warrior Light Swing, and there's a Porum. That's a good hit. That's
pretty nice.
Good mill.
God, this could be real flip-floppity here. Or, Puscod Wibbly Wobbly.
Puscod Wibbly Wobbly. So, Callum, in response to the Warrior of Light popping, is using the Sage to activate the Mog for that last draw before the Mog gets shot in the head.
Yeah, and we have just been handed
deck lists.
Some deck lists.
So let's have a quick browse. So I've got Callum's, you've got Quicksilver's. Yeah. So Callum's is pretty standard. There's a Rufus. We're playing a load of good cards that can be abused with Ruggers. We got the Physalis, which is very good. Sarah Mobius. Zidane is a very good shout. Griever. Turn 1 Griever can be nasty. In the meantime, we have a Toto on the board, and Toto, for, I believe he paid 1, is excellent value.
Yeah, but what do you get back? Because I don't think he's really...
The Tola.
Oh, okay. Did not see that getting discarded.
I like the Tola. So, Tola won't be able to kill the wall, but it will be able to do a couple other bits. Now, he's checking the monsters just to make sure there's no shenanigans that are going on. He's swinging with the rudders, and he's giving Rufus all the marbles.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is that, again, you could, in theory, just block with a Montleonis here, use that later on, just take no damage. So then the attack from the Rufus is only just going to use its effect, and that be it. Did look like he was... Oh, he hit the mirror on the X there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Whiff.
No, he just gets
last card.
Oof. And that is...
Squeaky bum time.
That is... oh, God, what's the name on that one again? That's
Hippocampus.
Hippocampus, that's it. Hippopotamus. Now, looking at Quicksilver's deck, he still has the generic, obviously, he is only playing 1 Shantato, which could be real useful here, but he is running sort of Neo X Death as well, at 1, so he's got a couple of board wipes there.
Yep, and the Rufus has just swung in, which means he gets another discard. Because of rudders, Rufus get ruggers. I need to relearn that now. Rufus gets haste, which means he can get a double discard. And now Sage is swinging in for a Kusith.
Oof, never
punished.
Well, except the fact he's on 4 damage, but hey-ho.
And he's massively far behind in advantage. The Sage mod combo and now this Rufus, that is a potential 8 CP swing in card advantage.
It looks like he's considering the Ignis here. I don't hate this.
Do you have to break your Tyro?
You do.
You have to break your Tyro. Ooh.
Yeah, and with that almost being live at the next damage as well.
As a Clarus that turns a few turns too late, I think we're beyond the point of backups, which when you're playing Mono Earth is not good.
No, this is true. But again, we still have the stall options there. But again, I think Rufus can do the dull freeze, right? And it is on a character, so you choose the zombie.
It's on a forward. Rufus is dull freeze.
Right, okay. It's on screen. I should really look at that.
So, but he can dull freeze the Warrior of Light, or he can dull freeze the Montleonis, so Quicksilver doesn't have the damage protection.
Yeah.
He's got choices, and he can just discard. I don't think he's not playing any other Turks, so this Rufus is discard dull freeze. That's all. Only 6 backups in this list, so this is how Callum clearly wanted to play from the start. Get the pressure down, get the guns going. You guys have probably seen this list at Worlds. It's certainly done the rounds.
Yeah, because it's one of those type of lists that people sort of started with, like the option to go aggro, but with a mid-range kind of backup. And it looks like Callum has just gone all in here.
Zombie is multiplayable.
Yeah, which is what makes it great, because you can just constantly loop those mirrors and make your zombies an unblockable, a blockable wall that cannot be destroyed.
Yeah. Right now, what is really keeping Quicksilver in this is that massive Warrior of Light just standing there.
Yeah, but
it is causing some problems.
So
going
with the Clarus. Okay, so is he maybe thinking he can get through a turn here?
He's going for the Epitaph. I think he's trying to end on 0 in hand, but he can't. So he's going to have to discard this Ignis to play the Epitaph and probably get Leo.
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get to 0, as you said. It is unfortunate. He is going to have to get a discard, but if it goes for the discard, that means there's less likely the Warrior Light gets frozen.
Yeah, so we do have the Mirror Zombie lock. This will keep him alive a turn.
Yeah.
He's sitting on 1. Callum is sitting on 5 in hand. There's a Larsa in there. That's the new Larsa. That's one of only 2 backups he does play in his deck. Larsa and Lufenian. That's it.
That's pretty gross. Keeping the backups low just to be able to punish your opponent with the Lufenian is real nice.
Here's the Physalis. Oof. Alright, we're dulling and freezing the wall. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Good luck with your blocks here. I think Quicksilver may be able to get out here with 1 more turn.
He can ping something. It's not GG because of the potential Mirror Zombie lock, unless there is a way that Callum plays this correctly, in which he baits out the zombie and gets the dull freeze.
Yeah, to be honest, I think you just take the block with Montleonis here.
It's not the worst shot in the world. Thank you for the dice illustrating where the power buffs are going. So I'm assuming that's haste on the Physalis, Brave First Strike on the Rufus. Would probably make the most sense.
I think, take the block with Montleonis here. That gives you 1 more attack that potentially Callum could trip up and attack with the Rufus. Physalis is choose 1 character, though. If he's given that haste, that zombie's going dull. I can bring up zombie chat. That's not a problem.
Yep, there's the Brave First Strike Rufus hit. There's the discards. So Rufus is 9k First Strike. So you could block with the mirror, target the zombie.
Yeah,
but then Physalis swings and he gets the dull freeze anyway.
You pick the zombie here. If you pick the zombie, I think you pretty much win.
Physalis can dull freeze the zombie, and that does it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And he gets the draw as well because 0 cards in hand.
Yeah, didn't even look at it. What a flex.
That is gonna be a painful swing with another Toto.
So we still got 2 attackers here, right? No, Rudders has been...
Sage is the last one.
Yeah, so
and
we're
then
not...
Sage tanks the... Mira tanks the Sage, so we're not dead.
Yeah, we've survived the turn here on Quicksilver's side, but... I mean, he's not going to be able to Toto. He's not going to be able to board wipe in any meaningful state. Unless he gets another mirror and a zombie, maybe, but...
He drew a Mist Dragon. I'm pretty sure he drew a Mist Dragon. I can't see what the other one is. I think it's an Ingus or an Ignis.
Yeah, I don't.
It's one with the darker background.
If it's hard to tell because they both have dark backgrounds. I think
it's a Ingus. Yeah, we're gonna trip over that one a lot today.
It's gonna cost 2, but I mean, what do you search for?
It costs 3.
Sorry, it's 6CP, not 5CP. Duh.
It's got to be an Earth, so no searching that Cymru. Nice try.
I mean, you get a mirror, I guess.
Sophie?
Yeah, it's going to deal your opponent... Well, no, it's...
Sophie doesn't keep you alive next turn, though.
No, it's going to be 10k, but that's about it.
Araman kills...
But it's
Araman kills... he's only got 4 CP. He's only got 2. Ooh.
And Araman is a monster, not a forward.
Yeah. Is it just a mirror and hope you get something?
There are 1-drop monsters in the deck. I mean, in theory, another Gigas, a Behemoth, potentially. Mm-hmm. He is also thinking Sophie, though.
I think it is Sophie, and you just pray.
I don't think I like this.
It doesn't solve the problem.
No. I think a mirror gives you potentially another option, but... Yeah. So we're going with Sophie. Personal favourite of mine. They're still limited to 1.
Card is still great. Card is still really great. And it will deal a point of damage, and it will draw a card, because Wall counts for 2.
Yep, exactly. It is both earth and water.
Mm-hmm. Point of damage, Stola, draw a card. So, he's got a card that Rufus can discard. That's a good start.
Yeah. Again, though, you probably just don't freeze, though, right? You just push for win here.
Can you bring up Gigas again? I just want to make sure there's no Gigas shenanigans.
No, I think it costs 3. But...
I've got 3 then.
Yeah,
We're playing a Lastwell. That's going to Doll Freeze the Sophie out the way.
He's already dead.
This is overkill. Lastwell is, of course, another card you can abuse with Rudders.
Yeah.
Get the Doll Freeze, make it haste, swing, get the discard.
And big old Ruggers is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Callum just thinking... Where do I want to flex the most?
Yeah, he's crossing the I's, dotting the T's.
Yeah, this is... Chat called it early. He, did run away with it. Again, we didn't have the deck list at the time, knowing that his 3 of his backups were Lufenian and Larsa, and that being it. He's got Cuckoo Lane in the deck as well.
There we go. GG. Water Ice Rajadine powering through to a stomping 1-0 win.
Yeah, very convincing win there. I thought Quicksilver could have held out just a little bit longer, but the moment those attack Doll Freeze triggers started coming, you're in trouble.
Yeah, it was starting to go pear-shaped with the lack of back. When you're playing turn 1 Tyro, that's not a great sign. And then having to pay so much for the Montleonis, not to mention the Mog Rufus shenanigans, that just... The card advantage in that game swung so hard.
Exactly that. So we will do a quick be right back, guys. We'll double check how much time is left on the round and see if we can get Callum in for a quick interview. In the meantime, feel free to check out the slides of the sale that is on Square Enix Merch EU store right now.
And don't forget, you get a free pack just for buying something.
Exactly. So check it out, guys, and we will quickly be right back.
All right, guys, we're back with the winner of that first round, Callum. How'd you feel after that one?
Pretty great, to be fair.
That was a nice, clean game. As soon as you see Mono Earth, what was your thought process behind how you navigated that one?
So I didn't want to open too aggressive, because if I'm against Mono Earth, they have access to so many board clears, obviously. And he went first, and he discarded Genova Synthesis. So I was like, okay, he's obviously playing a lot of board clears. So I thought, if I play the Lufenian and Mog 6 turn 1, I can back it up with the Rose Raw Sage that's in my hand.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, when I drew for turn the turn after, and the draw for the Mog 6, I didn't get the Water CP. So I couldn't do the Mog 6 shenanigans a little bit earlier. But I know if I just have a healthy hand and a healthy board again, even if he wipes my board, I'll just do it again.
And that's it. And we were looking at your deck list earlier, and the amount of different synergies you had between Roger Hadeen and the various different activations that you had at your disposal. You could have gone multiple different directions. What's your personal favourite when you go in that way?
Griever.
Griever's
my favourite one. Yeah. Especially like the same thing with the Mog 6, you just do the opposite.
Yes.
So either you make them discard or you're making them attack you, and then you're just killing their forwards while also attacking with the Griever because of the Sage or the Rosa.
Yeah, and a personal favourite mine would be Rogers with Lastwell or Rufus with the haste.
Ruggedine and Rufus is obviously like the best one. Especially like when I'm against Earth, I wanted to see the Rufus, and then luckily once I'd done all the Mog 6 stuff, I then drew the Rufus. So I was like, okay, I can start doing Ruggedine Rufus, really put him on the back burner. He has to start top decking. And then he hit, I think, 2 X bursts, but they didn't really matter because unless he was clearing my board, which outside of 7CP Shantotto, he's not clearing my board.
Yep.
I knew I couldn't lose from there.
So, go on.
I was going to say, so we were looking at your deck list again, and 6 backups,
Yeah.
3 Luthenian. How frequently are you getting to find those? And
So I opened Luthenian this game, but I play it as if I'm not going to open a backup. So I tend to start with either like the Mog or the Griever, like something that has a basis for I can plan the rest of my game around whatever I open. Sure. Obviously, if I open Larsa, I tend to search Rufus, but I didn't see the Larsa until later, and I didn't see a point of playing it.
So did the Worlds have any impact on your thought process behind this deck today?
So JFB's like my main testing partner, and he was playing Rugadine before Worlds, and that was one of the decks he was actually locked in on before he decided to go to his Euros lists.
We heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah, so I had plenty of experience playing against it and playing with it, and the deck is just ridiculous. So I knew if I was against either a slow deck or a deck of similar stature of mine that wants to just cut throat and kill you, like the Rugadine itself is just enough normally.
Yeah, so something like a Magissa list of that nature.
Is there any like particular matchup that you're most worried about?
Mono water. So we were testing the 7CP Warrior Light Mono Water deck against it, and it had like a solid 80% win rate against the Rugadine deck.
Wow.
That's just, I didn't know whether to expect Mono Water or not because of the World's Impact list and the fact that deck needs to rinse its break zone as quickly as possible. Is it going to have the time to do
Well, that's
that?
why the 7CP Warrior Light is so good for the Mono Water now, because you're just playing a bunch of cards, and then either those cards say draw or they say something else, and it fills the break zone a lot quicker for your Lena Lev turns. Like, we managed to Lena Lev like turn 2 sometimes playing the 7CP Warrior Light deck.
Pretty much every good water backup is 3CP Astrologian, Loperit.
They all say draw.
Do you know if anyone's playing that in the room today? Or?
Yeah, so I am like the deck builder for everyone. Yeah. So I build decks for Josh, Robert Phillips, and all that. So I know one of them, my friend Peter, he's playing the 7CP Warrior Light deck.
Okay, so that's something we can look forward to later then.
That's awesome.
And then just to wrap it up, just some closing remarks on the year as a whole. How's it been?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a pretty successful year, to be fair. I made top cut of Euros, the top 4 of Milan. It was a nice circuit this year, because going to the different countries, you always got something out of it, even if you didn't do well. So it was you got a nice holiday out of it. So Malaga, I went to that. I was already qualified for it, so I went, I'm just going to relax, play FF13, so I can't be bothered to think.
I did the same in Germany. In where was it? Bochum.
Yeah. So it was one of those ones that rewarded you for doing well earlier. So it meant that you could go to the rest of the Material Cups and get a holiday out of it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament. Hopefully, see you at the top tables later.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, we'll be
All right. We'll see you in a bit. And we're back with the unfortunate victim of that first round, Dennis. That was a bit of a rough one. It wasn't the ideal start you were looking for.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was looking for a better searcher, but the only I had for the second, it wasn't Taro, so yeah, I have to play it.
Yeah, is what it is. You're taking Mono Earth today.
Yes.
What's your thought process behind that?
I would like to try this deck because with Leo and in combination with Royal of Light and Monsters, also a fun combination to use, so I just want to try this deck out for the tournament.
Yeah, we did see you got the Mirror and the Zombie down. There was potential stall there, but it seemed like just a bad matchup for it because obviously your characters could get frozen by a lot.
That's the thing, yeah.
So. It's a very hard matchup to navigate. Were you at all worried when you saw the Mog come down really early and the potential draws that were coming off that one?
Yeah, but that's why I'm debating. I want to play Word of Light with Mount Leon.
You did it really early on, didn't you? Because you just needed to.
Yeah, I need something to pressure my opponent because my hand is not so. Yeah, it's not so optimal so right now. So.
So during the tournament, what are the better matchups that you're potentially looking for when playing as your Mono Earth?
I think just the decks that there's not a lot to do a lot to dull and freeze. I mean, my opponent can. I don't mind if the opponent can, spam is their field with forwards because I play also a lot of cards to remove, get rid of them.
Yeah, because we saw on your list that you had obviously your Shantotto that is a staple for Earth, a Neo X Death from the new set as well.
Genova Synthesis.
Yeah. I'm a big Earth player myself. I still find I'm not hugely sold on Genova Synthesis just because it's quite a late game. Are you kind of on that boat or are you liking it?
It's just a one-off for me. Yeah, so. Sure. And if in the early game I just discard it, and then if I really need to, I can just revive my Mount Leonis or use it to add it in my hand. Once if I have my backups are fully ready.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other potential like single target removal tools that you could potentially use to help disrupt the board?
Not right now. I was want to try with Gogo, with Hippo.
We did clock the Hippo.
Yeah. So that's what I want to try a bit as well. So Gogo with flight can deal 10,000 to and forward.
Yeah,
so that's.
Well, good luck for the rest. We hope you're able to bounce back properly, and we'll catch you around the tournament.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys.
You.
We will see you with round 2.